Hi everyone, welcome to this reading. If you're new here, my name is Sis. Welcome to RZ. And just so you'll know, RZ, the initial stands for I choose the light, so I rise and become the light. It's actually the Hebronic letters put into English. That also represents the Lover's card in tarot and the Sun card, my sun sign. So, and if you're an OG, one of my old gangsters, welcome back. I've already pulled the cards on the message that was coming through. I need to sit with it a minute because the messenger bringing it to me was somebody in my life that was very precious to me. I've spent a lot of time being grateful she showed up in my life. So I took a minute to sit down and allow it to formulate, to come through, to hear the message completely. So I've got cards turned over so you can't see. I'm going to walk you through the reading. I loved this visitation from her, guys, because with my Gemini squirrely brain and ADHD, OCD, dyslexia, she's the one force in my life, the one presence of someone in my life that could actually grab hold of me and say, slow down, stop a minute. And she could slow me down. I could learn anything from her. She was just a force to be reckoned with. She was great. So let's jump into the reading. The first deck I used, I was pulled to Energy and Spirit Oracle. What come out of the deck was, the first card was number 32, kinship, community in your group. Number 32. Third house, second house, influencing over the fifth house. The next card to come out, lo and behold, number 11. I'm like, uh-oh. As soon as I seen the card, I was like, uh-oh, wait a minute. How are we going to go from community, value, into a double 11 of a double retake on self? Guys, it brings you back to a double identity. And it's got inactivity and isolation, emotional desert. I was like, whoa, okay. So we've got somebody that feels like they're just in a desert. This ain't home. This ain't home when we should be at home. The bottom of the deck, not surprising, guys, the bottom of the deck, it brought in past life guides, karmic lessons, and present assistance. The one thing about this is this card doesn't actually represent like an ancestor. It doesn't specifically represent an ancestor. Think of a guide from a different time, from a different culture, from a different era. That kind of thing that's coming in trying to communicate with you. It's the foreigner that migrated to a different land. Let's put it that way. And that may pinpoint, for some of us, an ancestor that's guiding us right now. The one that migrated from a different land into a new land, a new culture. So, and for me, that was my childhood's, my best friend, her mother. They migrated from Germany. I met my friend and her family a couple months after they had migrated. So I went ahead and pulled more cards from the Spirit Message deck, guys. Spirit Message. First one was this one. Hello from Heaven. Your loved ones in the spirit world want to connect with you as much as you want to connect with them. They know you've been thinking of them, and they're sending you signs and symbols to show you how much they love you, to prove they're with you at this time. to prove they're with you. Let me grab my granny glasses, y'all. Y'all know me. Gotta have them sometimes. The second card that come out was nature. This is a time to absorb the healing properties that nature has to offer. Your mind, body, and soul need nourishment, energy, revitalization, and strength. Nature has much to offer, so take this time to connect and spend some quality time outdoors. The first thing these cards brought out for me was the fact that I know we've got someone that's talking to us that is not just an ancestor, but a foreigner, someone that's been through the experience of migrating, leaving home, having to leave my culture, my land behind and move to new land. The nature one that comes out on the spiritual energetic level is anytime you migrate to somewhere new house. It doesn't have to be across the seas, countries, stuff like that. It can just simply be you're moving into some place that's new. To honor the history of that place. Even, let's bring it down to micro, guys, the little details. Where do you work? What building do you work in? Is it a new building? What was on the land before they built it? Did anybody live there? Is it a business that just moved into the building, but the building's been there? What was there before? Because our environment is programmed from our energy, and it holds the programming. And sometimes we can be out of alignment and not realizing that land's running a loop of what it's been programmed with. The water, the earth, the stuff that grows there. It's running a loop of this energy, and we need to learn to honor being a guest first before we can settle into it, because our energy will start programming something new into it. So always honor where you're at, even if it's at work. If you're having issues at work and you're noticing everyone's having issues, find out a little bit more about the building, the land that it's on, the nature of it, the history of it, because we do have history guides coming in, culture. Bottom of the deck on this one, I always read those from the subconscious. Inspire passion. Life devoid of passion can be a boring, uninspired blank canvas that slowly drains the soul. Now is the time to reignite your passions and rejoin life. This is an opportunity to set new goals, which will in turn reconnect you to all that is sacred. All that is sacred. The fire, the curiosity. The one thing about migrating to somewhere new, guys, you're going to get the community there. It's what, us Southerners in North Carolina would call, you're going to meet the homeboys. And the homeboys are very patriotic, very community-minded. Everything should be done the way it's always been done, our way. And if you're a foreigner coming in, and you are bringing your culture, your ways of doing things with you, your language. You may be having to learn a new language. You probably going to run into people that are going to be, that might be the way y'all do it, but we don't do it like that here. You need to get with the program. You need to learn English. You're here. That kind of thing. You're going to hit abrupt rudeness of people trying to stay in what's programmed in that ground, the tradition of it. So I pull cards. We got a victory card over here on this one, victory. This is like, I'm really hoping, I'm on fire, that's the fire, that I can share some of my culture with the people, new people I'm encountering as they share theirs with me. But then you're going to run into the abrupt, that's not how we do it here. You're going to run into people that are rigid and closed off and like, where's their curiosity for culture? It's going to take them a minute because they're running in a loop, energetic loop. So this does show that our intentions are extremely uplifted, positive, hoping for the best, the victory, the laurel leaf, I hope I can contribute something to the place I'm going to. Worthwhile, something worthwhile. That's your desire. It's a wand. It's like a 6 of Wands energy. But what you run into is contract. Contract, everyday contract of the land, of the people, of their culture, that's not how we do this. You need to get with the program because they're contracted into the land in the way of the land, and that land's recorded the loop of it, the contract of it. And when you go outside of it, you get people who are like, that kind of energy. The next card we got was adjacent possibilities. This reminded me of Alice in Wonderland when she got in the hallway of all those different doors. And how do I get out of this? The adjacent possibilities. Everything's really confusing up in there. I don't know what to do. I don't know which door to take. And every door I try to take, either I can't get through it, I get knocked out of it, that kind of thing. So yeah, there's even a little trap door here. So we're running into stuff, and you can imagine the feeling that's coming up, that's building from this of, I want to isolate. I don't belong here. I become homesick. Even though I was so excited to make this move, to allow myself this adventure to expand, and I now find myself very homesick because everybody is so rude and just, because I'm not from their culture. Pulled the tarot, and what did we get on the victory? We got Knight of Pentacles. The patience to learn something new. The details of something new. Bringing our culture, our home, our sense of what's valuable, what's precious to us as an offering to a new land, to a new place, to new people, to a new tribe. But what we get met with is this: disappointment and heartache. And the guide that would be coming through for you would be telling you, this is what I experienced. This was my experience when I migrated. And for some of us, the guide may be trying to share with us that the rest of their stay being incarnated in that time was this governed what they felt the whole time. Like the outcast, longing to go back home, longing to go back to what they knew they needed to move away from. On the contract, we got the Death card. Transformation happens, but it also requires us to let the alchemical process happen in the transmuting of something. And it's contract, guys. We have to honor and allow a slow change in what's being programmed in your new home, your new land. But you have to honor it first. You honor the land first. And it's like I said, what's the history of the land? Do you know the history of the house you're moving into or the building you're moving into? What was before? What was it like before? And then we got the reciprocity, the childlike exchange of energy, the innocence of the exchange of cultures, ways, contracts. We open up and start sharing. So what the advice the guide would be giving you is try to start from a standpoint of expressing out to the new peeps, your new tribe, your new land, of I have a curiosity to honor and respect your traditions, your ways. I'm making the effort. It's really important for me that I honor and respect that. And in the process, you'll get the reciprocity back of, oh, okay. Because when you come at it from that approach, people are more in tune to jump in and help you when they know you want to learn something. You are interested in them and their culture. Then the curiosity of your culture, your way. Well, how do y'all do things there, over there compared to how we're doing it here? It becomes mutual exchange, reciprocity, and an openness, and a new contract is actually being programmed into that land, into that environment that accommodates being flexible, adaptable, and curious about everyone in the environment. Over here, the adjacent possibilities, that little hallway that is just, yeah, it reminded me of Alice in Wonderland. What we got out first was Queen of Cups, emotional overwhelm, because we already know they're telling us this was heavy on them. The emotional overwhelm, but it's also showing I feel rejected. I feel like I don't belong here. What's our Queen of Cups famous for? To disconnect and turn away and just cut off completely from the new environment, from community, the kinship. Her emotions will overwhelm her. So yeah. But then, right after her, we got Temperance. Be patient. Let the reciprocity happen here. Your Sagittarius, Temperance energy of the patience and the time and the effort you put in. What you put in, you're going to get back. So show interest. If you're learning a new language, everyone you encounter, you try to learn at least one of their words from them and go from there. Because that strikes the curiosity of, well, how do y'all say it? That kind of thing. There becomes this interest, this community of change happening. So let's see what's on the bottom of this deck, because I did clarify on this one. I felt like I needed to pull on this one. But on the bottom of the deck, we've got more isolation, comfort zone. This is a good card. It's about liberation, confidence. But when it's shadowed, it can be where we're in a confinement of, this is my yard, I'm staying in my yard, all you neighbors, foreign neighbors, I can't figure out, stay in your own yard kind of energy. Closing herself in. When she's shadowed, when she should, when she's not shadowed, she's got the confidence of, I'm nurturing this. I'm putting new energies into this land, new contracts, new vibration, new frequencies to add in with the past, because I honor the past cultures, the ways. But up here, I wanted to see what the guide was telling us about these adjacent possibilities. And I also wanted some of the end of how things worked out for them. They built a tangible legacy. That Ten of Pentacles, they reached that Ten of Pentacles, they incorporated into their new environment. They felt home. And family come from where they settled. They left descendants. And it filled their cup with joy, the love, the holy chalice. And remember, because we got down here, guys, she's the one queen that holds the chalice, the Holy Grail. And when she's overwhelmed by feelings and stuff, she will disconnect. She will pull away. She'll not connect with you on an energetic level. She'll always feel like she's outcast. When we look a little bit deeper, under our Nine of Pentacles, we see the Three of Wands. Things turned out a lot better than they thought it would. This is your guide. But it took them bringing in the masculine energy of their feminine energy on the waters, the emotion, and become more open and diplomatic about things. Really recognizing what you give out, you will get back. The curiosity for someone else's culture and help me learn. I'm a foreigner here. I feel lost. Even homeboys will jump in to help you on that one. But when you're coming at them with, let me share my culture with you, they're like, that's not how we do it here. You have to show interest in theirs first, and then they'll open up to you. Then we got the Star card, the freedom, the liberation, and the North Star. It is telling me, guys, that whoever the ancestor, the foreign ancestor that migrated and left a legacy and descendants, they hit that North Star. They achieved what it was they were hoping to achieve. The community, the home. But it does take being open, reining in your emotions, because we got feminine and masculine, and underneath it was taking a hold of the reins and being more open and diplomatic about things and not being so overly sensitive, and just realizing it's okay to express vulnerability when you make a move like this, and to allow the community to know you feel vulnerable. I feel a little lost here, but I really want to be here. I want to fit in. I want this to also be my home. Can you help me out a little bit? It's okay to show that vulnerability, but being able to show your vulnerability is actually you showing your strength. Your strength. What was on the bottom of our other deck? Community. I didn't even look at that one, guys. Community again. The community, the Three of Cups energy. The camaraderie, the celebration, the opening up and exchange of energy. Lighthearted energy, feeling like we belong. Oh, I love this. So, for any of you guys, because I know it's not going to resonate for all of us, like I said, it may not be that you've migrated to a new country. It may not be. But you could be moving to a new town or a new state and feeling awkward about it. Or you've already done it and you've run into the homeboy mentality of homeboy, homegirl. I shouldn't keep calling it boy. But of people that say, that's not how we do things here. And being rude and stuff to you. That how do you break the ice to get the community to come out of this isolation, this emotional desert? Even when they come at you like that, go, well, yeah, I know it's that exactly. I know that's not how y'all do things here, and I'm trying to figure out how do y'all do things here, and you know, to start showing you, and then that will pique their curiosity. Well, I've never been past the borders of my home. Tell me about where you come from, and we start sharing our culture, our knowledge, our wisdom, our ways with each other. And for some of us, we may be a neighbor to someone that migrated. They may need a little bit of help from us. Just a little bit of encouragement to not be so homesick. To start to feel like, yeah, you can be home here too. Beautiful message, guys. I loved it. I hope it was helpful. Y'all stay strong. I'll see you again next time.